Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. K. Vijay Kumar, Associate Professor, Public Administration, Government City College, Hyderabad. Today, our topic is Social Justice Approach. Social Justice Approach. Social Justice in India. Social Justice in India. Contribution of Phule and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This is the social concept theory in India. And firstly, regarding social justice in depressed communities, these two reformers, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Bharat Ratna Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, though those who contributed a lot to the depressed communities as well as women's also in India. These two thinkers of social concepts related to social concepts. That's why we are discussing this topic, that is social justice approach. Firstly, today we are discussing the Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. In this topic, these are the subtopics. That is objectives, introduction, life and work, social justice as a universal concept, some early thoughts on social justice, Jyotiba Phule struggle for social justice, Satyasoda Samaj. Today we are discussing these topics. Objectives of this topic: understand the social system approaches. First of all, understand the social systems approaches. Then describe the social justice concepts. Then identify the contribution of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule and Baba Saheb Ambedkar to social justice approach, particularly in India. Then explain the contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to Indian Constitution. These are the objective of the social justice approach and contribution of these two thinkers to the depressed communities as well as women's in the India. Then introduction. The concept of social justice. The concept of social justice is a universal in nature. It is a universal nature. Social justice is a universal nature and applies equally to developed and developing world also. In nowadays also it is a burning issue, social justice. The concept of social justice is a universal in nature and applies equally in developed and as well as developing world also. In when online dictionary, according to online dictionary, Merriam-Webster defined justice as the maintenance or administration of what is just and administration of law according to the rules of imperial fair, the principles right action. According to him, justice as the maintenance or administration of what is just, that administration of law according to the rules of imperial fair in the principles right action. Then social justice is a basic value and desired goals in democratic societies. Social justice, social justice is a basic value and desired goals in democratic societies. The concept of social justice as an interesting relationship with power. It is a interesting relationship with power. The concept of social justice. The foremost among social crusaders are Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, who fought for the educational rights of women, including those from the even upper castes and communities also. The concept of social justice is a universal in nature and applies equally to the developed and developing nations also. However, the concept is not defined in the dictionary, but the online dictionary, Merriam-Webster defines justice as the maintenance or administration of what is just, the administration of law, the establishment or determination of rights according to the rules of law, or equity, the quality of being just, impartial, or fair, the principles or ideal of just dealing or right action. As a such, social justice is a basic value and desired goal in democratic societies and includes equitable and fair access to societal institutions, laws, resources, and opportunities without arbitrary limitations based on observed or interpretation of differences in age, color, culture, physical or mental disability, education, gender, income, language, national origin, race, religion, or sexual orientation. It is a basic value without arbitrary limitations based on observed the interpretation of differences. These are the even age to religion also. The concept of social justice has an interesting relationship with the power. People in position of power can perpetuate social justice intentionally or unintentionally if they are intolerant, hold prejudicial beliefs, harbor a desire to maintain the status quo, or lack awareness or understanding about racial, ethnic, and cultural differences. They can maintain their power, positions, and wealth by both consciously and unconsciously, and intentionally or unintentionally treating designated groups of people unfairly. In the concept of social justice, it is nothing but all are equal. All are equal. A to Z, race, color, religion, whatever it may be. So, both consciously and unconsciously, and intentionally or unintentionally, treating designated groups of people unfairly. At times, people in positions of power and privilege may disagreed those who are less powerful. This may be due to ignorance, lack of awareness, or simply not being concerned about the lives of people who are powerless. Those types of actions frequently contribute to a non continuation of unfair treatment and inequity in services, resulting in continued oppression and personal behaviors and decisions that support and cultivate discrimination and unequal institutional policies and practices. The perception of the power differential is underscored by the fact that many of those in power have the information, knowledge, and skills to access resources, and peers who have the ability to influence policies and funding priorities that could promote greater equity and equal opportunities and fairness. This is it is the nothing but social justice. It is related to social justice. This is particularly the case in India, where opportunities and fairness to the access to government services, including health and education, are denied in marginal sections of society. Rights have to be won through constant struggles from the perspective of human rights. Over a period, many communities have been given reservations in educational and as well as employment, for which they waged relentless struggles. Relentless struggles. The foremost among social crusaders, that is the Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, who fought for the education rights of women, including those who from the even upper castes also. In the post-independence period, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was crucial in obtaining rights for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes by way of positive discrimination in Indian Constitution. This looks at the evolution of social justice and the contribution of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar towards that end. Then Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Phule was born in Pune in 1827 in a flower merchant's family. He was sent to the local Marathi school first, then after joined the Scottish school. He was married with Savitri Bai Phule at the age of 13 years. Gaffarbai Munshi and Lezit. One is belongs to Muslim teacher and another one is Christian teacher, were influenced with the knowledge and intelligence of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Both are the influential persons on his life. He pursued his wife Savitri Bai Phule to get educated. She did so later. Started a school for girls to lower castes. If first school opened by Sudras for Sudra girls in 1848 in India. This is the great milestone of women education. That's why we are treating Savitri Bai Phule is the first. She was the first woman teacher in India. He was pursued his wife Savitri to get educated and she did so later, started school for girls to lower communities, lower castes. It is first school opened by Sudras for Sudra girls in 1848 in first time in India. She is the teacher in that school, first teacher. That's why we are treating her. She was the first woman teacher in India. She sacrificed his entire life to the women education in India. She started that education for lower communities, lower caste girls. It is a great milestone in the Indian education system for weaker section girls. His works are great works of Jyotiba Phule that are Gulamgiri and Sarvajanika Satyadharma. Sarvajanika Satyadharma, Gulamgiri. It is a great works, great books of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Jyotirao was, while he was studying in Scottish Mission School, his education was stopped in 1833 on the advice of an employee belongs to Brahman caste working under Govindarao Phule says that education was useless to non-Brahmins according to Brahmins in those days. By the time of 1830, the atmosphere of pure Pune city was that suspicious and jealous was spread over among the Brahmins and non-Brahmins each other in those days in Pune. After discontinuation of his education, Jyotirao Phule helped to his father by working on the family farm. During this time, Jyotirao Jyotirao's marriage was celebrated with Savitribai Phule when he was not even 13 years. His neighbors, who was Muslim teacher, Ghaffar Munshi, and another a Christian gentleman, Lezit, were influenced with the knowledge and intelligence of Jyotirao Phule. So they persuaded his father Govindarao to allow him to study in a secondary school. So in 1841, Jyotirao again got admission in the Scottish Mission School at Pune. After readmission in the same school, he met Sadashiv Ballal Govinde, a Brahmin, who were close friends throughout the life. Both Jyoti Rao Phule and Govindrao Govinde, Sadashiv Ballal Govinde, were greatly influenced by the Thomas Paine's ideas, and they read the rights of man with a great interest. These are the close friends. One is Brahman, another one is non-Brahman. Sadashiva Ballala Govinde he was the best friend of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. Missionary teaching of equality and universal brotherhood of mankind on the one hand, and the most inhuman and cruel discrimination based upon caste distinction in the Hindu society on the other, lead Phule to self-thinking. Phule also came across the biographies of George Washington, Shivaji, and Napoleon. After thorough study of Rights of Man, written by Thomas Paine, in 1848, Phule was very much attracted and influenced towards the emphasis of Thomas Paine on the oneness of God and equality among the man. Phule, in his book Sarvajanik Satyadharma, insisted that the religious ideology of the Hindu nowhere found that oneness of God and equality. He pointed out in his book that is nowhere in the Hindu dharmas among the man, no equality in that Hindu dharmas. At the same time, he wrote very critically about the priest of the Indian society, who was a middleman between man and God in Hindu ideology. Phule was experiencing in the social reality characterized by untouchability, denied of certain social and cultural rights to the Shudras, corrupt religious practices, degradation of women. Then in 1848, he was invited to the marriage of a Brahman friend. In the procession, one incident occurred. It is great influence of his life. In 1848, he was invited to a marriage of Brahman friend. In the procession, he was recognized by some Orthodox and arrogant Brahmins as a Mali and a Shudra and ordered him to quit. He was ridiculed and insulted matter regarding his own. Then he immediately boycotted the marriage procession and returned to home and revealed the entire incident to his father Govindarao. Phule became restless. He wanted to know the roots of the caste discrimination and the inhuman institution of untouchability. He started reading extensively the Hindu scriptures, the Vedas, the Manu Samhita, Puranas, etc. In addition, he read the literature of medieval saints of the Bhakti cult like Tukaram Gatha, Dhaneshwari and other texts of Bhagavad Gita. He also read the writings of literature by such reformers of as Gautama Buddha, Saint Basveshwar and Tirthankaras. Then after in 1848, Phule and his students, colleagues turned to the reform traditional Hindu society as the most important single issue for the socially concerned. Education of women and the lower castes he believed deserved priority. He was convinced that both the women and the Shudras from the Hindu community should avail themselves of modern education. At that time, even the Brahmins were opposed to educating their women. He decided to open a school for girls belonging to the low and untouchable castes in Pune in 1948. He persuaded his wife Savitri Bai to get educated. She did so and later started a school for girls belonging to the lower castes. In August 1948, at Bidwewada in Budawarpet, it was the first school opened by a Shudra for Shudra girls. It was the first of kind in India. On 3rd July 1851, Jyotirao started a girls' school in Anna Chiplunkar's mansion house at Pudavarpeta, where Phule taught for 4 hours daily without taking any salary towards service for the cause of education. Phule was publicly honored by Major Thomas Candy, the principal of Pune College, presenting him the traditional fare of salwas on behalf of the Bombay government. Social justice as a universal concept. The rise in equality in the distribution of income among people is well documented and displays the characteristics of trend. The income related inequality, notably in the ownership of capital and other assets. Greater inequality in the distribution of opportunity for remunerated employment. The concept of social justice and its relevance and application in relatively new. It has broader sense. The concept of social justice, not a discrimination or that of equally among human beings, regardless of race, caste, sex, etc. Social justice as a universal concept, the rise in equality in the distribution of income among people is well documented and displays the characteristics of trend, having affected large number of countries from the poorest to the most affluent. During the past decades, up to the 1980, at least since the Second World War, and in some cases since the beginning of the 20th century, there had been a general narrowing of differences in the income available to individuals and families. The income related inequalities, notably in the ownership of capital and other assets, in access to a variety of services and benefits, and in the personal security that money can buy are growing. There is also greater inequality in the distribution of opportunities for remunerated employees, with worsening unemployment. The concept of social justice consists of a diverse principle essential for the orderly growth and development of penalty of every citizen. Social justice is thus an integral part of justice in the generic sense. Social justice is a dynamic device to mitigate the sufferings of the poor, weak, tribals, and deprived sections of the society, and to elevate them to the level of equality to live a life with dignity of persons. Social justice is not a simple or single idea of society, but it is an essential part of complex social change to relieve the poor, etc. The aim of social justice is to attain substantial degree of social, economic, and political equality. Social justice to attain substantial degree of not only one field, social, economic, and political equality. Then after it will a social justice, equal opportunities in economical field, in social field, or in a political fields also. Then after it will be a social justice. Then the concept of social justice embeds equal to power and the envision the practical content of life. Social justice in its broader sense is used to include economic justice, political and social justice. Not only this, provision of equal opportunities to all citizens and removed of social and economic disparities fall within the purview of social justice. Not only this, it is also includes political justice. This basic norm which governs the concept of social justice is that of not discrimination or that of equally among human beings, regardless of race, religion, caste, color, or sex, etc. Thus, there has to be no discrimination among the citizens. Then Jyotiba Phule struggle for social justice. Jyotiba Phule struggles for social justice. He was the first social reformer in Shudra community in India. He was influenced by the Thomas Paine's The Rights of Man. He read it with his best friend Sadasiva Govind. Phule was experienced in social discrimination, untouchability, etc. devils in his days. Enter in his life also. He was started schools to Shudra women for first time in India. He encouraged even widow marriages also. In 1853, Phule formed a society for increasing education among Mahars and monks. These are the lower communities in the Maharashtra in those days. Jyotirao Phule he struggled he struggled for social justice in his entire life. Jyotirao Phule, he was born in Pune in 1827, then after in a flower merchant. His parents were Govindrao Phule and Chimna Bai. His mother name is Chimna Bai, father name was Govindrao Phule. A flower merchant family. This family known as the Gore came from Kutgun village in the Satara district of Maharashtra. When Jyotira was hardly 1 year old, his mother passed away. His grandfather Setiba Gorehe settled down in Pune. Since Jyotirao's father and his uncles Ranjoti and Krishna supplied flowers and various articles made from flowers to the Peshwas. They gifted them 35 acres of land. Then onwards, they were known as Phules. Jyotirao was sent to local Marathi school firstly, then after joined Scottish Mission School for his further education. While he was studying in Scottish Mission School, his education was stopped in 1833. On the advice of an employee belongs to Brahman caste working under Govindrao, Phule saying that education was useless to non-Brahmins. By that time, in 1830, the atmosphere of Pune city was that suspicious and jealous was spread over among the Brahmins and non-Brahmins each other in those days. Then after discontinuation of his education, Jyotirao Phule helped to his father by working on the family farm. During this time, Jyotirao marriage was celebrated with Savitribai Phule when he was not even the 13 years old. His neighbors, who were Muslim teacher Ghaffar Beg Munshi, and another one is Christian gentleman Lezit, were influenced with the knowledge and intelligence of Jyotirao Phule. Then he went again to Scottish school. Then after Jyotirao again admitted in that school. Then in schoolmate Sadasiv Ballal Govinde, his close friend in his school days. Both of them read the one work that is The Rights of Man, the written by Thomas Paine. It is very great influence on Jyotirao Phule's life. Missionary teaching of equality and universal brotherhood of mankind on the one hand, and the most women and cruel discrimination based on upon caste distinction in the Hindu society on other in those days led Phule to self-thinking. Phule also came across the biographies of George Washington, Shivaji, Napoleon. After thorough study of Rights of Man written by Thomas Paine in 1848, Phule was very much attracted and influenced towards the emphasis of Thomas Paine on oneness of God and equally among the man. But it is not reflected in his Hindu dharmas according to Jyotirao Phule. His book, that is Sarvajanik Satya Dharma, he insisted in that book that there is a lot of discrimination in the Hindu society. He described in his book. In 1853, Phule formed a society for increasing education among Mahars and monks and others. His close friend and colleague Sadashiv Govinde was made as a president, while Valvenkar and Sakram Yashwant Paranji were appointed secretary and treasurer respectively, and Phule also a member of the committee. The society established two schools for untouchabilities and arranged lectures to begin to the Mahars and monks of Pune, explaining the benefits of education in these schools. In those days, he contributed lot to the differential sections, women's, lower caste women's, not in lower caste women's, even upper caste women's also he encouraged pursuing the education as well as remarriages also for widows. Then Satya Sodhak Samaj. It was established by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule in 1873. He gave organizational structures to his movement. His ideology is found in his works, that is Gulamgiri, Jati Bhed, Viveksar, etc. In 1911, the Satya Sodhak Samaj was published three principles, the great principles in those days, that is all human beings of one God. Just as one does not need a mediator between the God and men. Then third one is I shall educate my sons and as well as daughters. They give equal priority to men and women, girl child and male child. In those days, that is the greatness of the great social reformer Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. Then, in that Samaj, the membership of Samaj was open to all castes. That is open platform to entire human being community. Meetings were held every week. Satyasodak Samaj meetings were held every week. The great social reformer of India, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, was passed away in 1890. After founding educational institutions, Jyotiba Phule turned his attention to social reforms by striking at age-old social traditions. Earlier, Ram Mohan Rai had fought against the practice of sati in Bengal, which was subsequently abolished in 1829. The issue of widow remarriage was extremely sensitive, and Jyotira was deeply moved by the plight of Hindu widows. In 1864, he got a widower of Senvi caste remarried. He founded an anti-abortion center where widows could deliver their babies and have them cared for. That is his greatness. This was the first institution of its kind in India. It saved the widows from loneliness and from the killing of their infants. That is the great human being, great social reformer of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. That's why we called him Mahatma. He is the first Mahatma, real Mahatma of social reformer, social concept, social justice. In 1872, he wrote the book that is Gulamgiri. In the first part of the book, he invoked Parshuram because the latter is considered have to lived for the 432 million years. He stated by Brahmin scriptures. He published two manifestos under the Little Brahmani Dharmacharya Adapadayat behind the screen of Brahmanical religion. In them, they asserted the ideals proclaimed by the French Revolution for freedom, equality, and fraternity, inspired by Abraham Lincoln. The champion of human freedom, who had abolished slavery in America in 1863. Jyotiba Phule dedicated his book to black population of America, that is Gulamgiri. After he finished writing Gulamgiri, Jyotiba Phule prepared himself to launch a mass movement. Even before the book was completed, he had expressed his views in public meetings and through pamphlets and booklets. Forward his crusades, Jyotiba Phule founded the Satyasodak Samaj, the first social reform movement in Maharashtra. He was the first president and treasurer of the Samaj. The goal of the Samaj was to make the Shudras and anti-Shudras aware of their civil rights and free them from religious and emotional slavery imposed by Brahmanical scriptures. To become member of Samaj, one had to take an oath before the deity Khanderao by picking up a bell leaf and swearing loyalty to the British government. In 1911, the Satyashodak Samaj published its resolutions comprising three guiding principles, that is, all human beings are children of one God, hence they are my brothers and sisters. Then second one is, just as one does not need a mediator to meet one's mother or please one's father, similarly one does not need a priest of a guru to pray to God. I do not feel that the need for a mediator. When I worship, pray for, mediate, I shall exhort others to believe likewise. Then third one is, I shall educate my sons and daughters. I make this resolution with God as my witness. Membership of Samaj was open to all castes. Brahmins, Mahars, monks, and others were members of this Samaj. Wherever branches of the Samaj were opened, meetings were held every week. In Somwar Pet in Pune, meetings were held at residence of Dr. Govinde. Compulsory education, use of indigenous goods, conduction ceremonies without Brahmin priests, performing weddings at a minimum cost, freeing people from the clutches of fortune tellers, says, spirits and ghosts, etc. Emphasis was laid on fatherhood of God and brotherhood of man, like the Prarthana Samaj and the Brahma Samaj. The Satyashodak Samaj was also a monolithic sect. All the three institutions believed that all human beings are children of one God and held assembly prayers and meetings every week. These movements are conducted. These works are conducted by the Satyashodak Samaj, founded by him. These are practices are performed in his direction. Lastly, on 28th November 1890, the great reformer of India, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, passed away. Then this part, tomorrow we will another day we will discuss another social justice approach. Thank you.